Welcome to the Show Me Casey Schools podcast, where we help families make well-informed decisions about their child's education. I'm Jawnaa, and today I'm with Keira Collins and MaKayla Leon. We're going to be talking about the key to high school success.
So there are a lot of ways to spend your high school career and many goals that you can have. But one of the main ones and what should be the biggest goal is to be successful throughout high school. Since high school is kind of the biggest point where you actually start the success of your entire life. Since middle school doesn't really matter that much. And when high school, it starts to matter more. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about our experiences with how we became successful and how we are still going to be successful in some ways that we're going to do that. So with that, we're just going to start talking about some ways that we're going to be successful. So why don't you start?
Yeah, my name is MaKayla, and my freshman year was during COVID. I had first semester, by itself, and then second semester, it was COVID, so my grades are pretty low. And I wasn't doing that great. So.
Yeah, mine too. I had the first year I started, my GPA was pretty low because of COVID. I was quarantined all the time. I didn't really get that much connection with the teachers. But then also another reason why it was so bad and my GPA was pretty bad is because middle school mindset. You don't really think that it's going to be as easy as middle school. Well, you think that. You're going to think it's going to be as easy as middle school. And then you just don't study enough. You don't do what you're expected to do at high school. Right. And it just makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, I think that's part of the key to high school success is realizing that high school is different than middle school. When you're in middle school, you're kind of just having fun and you think it's kind of hard. But then when you start high school, it's kind of a wake-up call. So I think that's part of being successful in high school is realizing that high school does matter, that high school is important to be successful all throughout your life. So when you realize that, I think that can help you kind of realize okay, I need to be successful and
be more serious about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, how was your freshman year?
So my freshman year, it kind of sounds like we all kind of had a rocky-ish start when we first started freshman year. For me, it was rocky because I had just moved from California. Mm-hmm. And in California, I attended a private school, very small, the most kids were there were 30. So when I started public school, I not only started public school and high school, but I was adjusting to moving cross country, and I didn't have any friends. So that was kind of a big wake-up call for me. And so that was a big reason why the start of my freshman year wasn't that great, and it was very rocky.
Yeah, for me too. I had to get used to how to make friends and make connections with my classmates. Not even be friends with them, just get used to them and that they're always going to be there.
Yeah.
Also, another thing is having connections with your teachers because they will be really helpful for you for recommendations or just having fun in your high school career.
And I feel you should also take advantage of extracurricular activities and extra stuff to do to give you more credits. I did track and FTA, which is Future Teachers of America, and also Jack Ambassadors, which also can look really good on college applications and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did that too because at first when I started my GPA, that was my only goal was just I need to get a really good GPA, which it was it's good to have a good GPA, but it's not the only thing you need to do clubs, extracurriculars, or anything that will help you in your college. I did HOSA and mud throwers.
Yeah, so part of high school success also, like you were saying, is it's not all about grades and GPA. Mm-hmm. Of course, that's a part of it and a huge part of it. But it's also getting to know the people around you, making connections for future, just all that stuff, and even joining clubs, just little things that don't seem important now can actually be really beneficial in the future.
Yeah, for anything you do, even your normal and daily life, it's just going to be important for you and in your relationships with anybody, even outside of high school. Another thing is also community service. It's a really good way to prove yourself and get involved in your high school career, but also getting to know other people and how to deal with them and all that stuff. It's just really helpful.
Yeah, and I feel you need to stay on top of your homework because it can really bring you down if you're not turning mm-hmm. stuff in or doing it or studying or and if you don't know the work, you can always ask a teacher that is trusted, and they could probably give you a pass and like do the homework another time and turn it in.
Yeah, and I think I know myself pretty well. I get stressed out super easily, and if I like had even a couple like missing assignments, I like it would throw me off, and I would instantly like be like, oh my gosh, I need to finish this. So like staying on top of homework is like a big thing for me, and like if I'm not on top of my homework, I instantly like just start pinballing down, and like I just don't feel successful at all. So staying on top of homework is like a big thing for me.
Yeah, and you have to put it like the first thing in your life. You can't have like work be more important to you than your homework. Just because work, you're not going to be working anything that's that important. It's probably going to be like fast food or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not that important. You need to put your homework in like your priorities.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure it's stressful because I don't really have a job yet, but I know that you guys do. And like juggling like schoolwork, homework, and job, that sounds so stressful, and like that's like seems like a lot to do. So like it's totally like understandable when you have like kind of built up homework. But like my biggest, I guess, key to success for freshman year was probably just staying on top of homework and just getting it done. Even if you feel tired, just get it done, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and if you do have a job, like still keep that job. Just make it like a weekend job or a 1 day, 2 day thing, not the whole week. Because that's not helpful.
So like another thing for me and being successful in high school and mostly like feeling successful is have friends. Like it was really difficult for me to make friends the start of freshman year because it seems like such a big topic. Like, oh my gosh, I have to make all these friends. That just seems so stressful. And especially to me, I'm more introverted. So like that seemed like how am I supposed to make a bunch of friends? Like, so like a big thing for me was like just simple things like joining a club. Like that it's so helpful because you're not going to make friends instantly. Like you're not just going to meet someone and instantly be friends. It's going to take time. And even just getting to know someone is really beneficial. And you just feel a lot more successful when you get to make those connections and join clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and without them, you really get scared to join anything. And then it hurts you for your college career or just your high school career. You're not going to be having fun because you're just going to be studying, and then going home. And that's it. It's not going to be any fun for you. And I just think, having friends is a really big deal in high school.
Yeah, because if you have friends, you can like join stuff together and like do stuff and have fun.
And you're not scared to like join in.
Yeah, like if you do this, I'll do it, you know?
I did that my sophomore year. It was pretty good. I think my sophomore year was like my favorite year too. Because I've had a lot of friends and I've just known everybody in the school. I was making connections. I joined clubs. I joined my cross country team. Even though I'm not that good at running, but I still joined and it was pretty good. So
yeah, and I think a big part of it is like realize that you guys like you're not gonna make friends like instantly at the start of high school. It's gonna take time. It sounds like it took some time for you, and then I know it did for me as well. I really started making friends closer to the end of first semester, the beginning of second semester. That's when I really like started to get in the routine of like my high school and homework and friends and all of that stuff. Like it takes time to get in that routine. It's not going to happen instantly.
Yeah. Another thing also is like joining stuff outside of high school, like internships or anything that will like help you for your careers in the future, like we're doing right now.
Yeah. Or like you can like job shadow because the school allows you to job shadow like during school hours, and like you can get that extra hours for like college.
Or joining CTC, that also is really good because then you can literally graduate with a certificate with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go on a little break and then we'll come back and answer questions about our high school experience.
Okay, so now that we're back from our short break, I'm just going to start asking you guys some questions since you guys are upperclassmen. So the first one was mainly for MaKayla. What was the process of graduating like? Was it stressful? Was it exciting? What was that like?
Senior year, like it's also really expensive because you have to buy your cap and gown, your senior apparel, and like any other extra stuff you need. And then graduation night, it was pretty weird because we had to like get in a line in this long hallway and we had a partner. And like when we walked out, it was like just a whole bunch of people and it was nerve-wracking. It was a big screen, and like whenever you walked down the aisle, like your face was on the screen, like while while you were sitting down. And then like they had like the speeches and all that. And then we walked up, and I thought I was gonna fall because I had heels on, but I didn't. Like, I was thinking about that for 2 weeks. And then as I walked down, I sat, and my favorite part about it was whenever we got to throw our cap and gowns up in the air. And yeah, I think it was just a really great night. And then I went out to eat with my family. And yeah.
That's fun. So you mentioned like something about a speech. Did you have to do a speech?
No, it was like people who signed up for it did the speech, and they like had a competition. I don't really know how it worked,
Okay.
but I'm glad I didn't do it.
Oh, did you pick your partner, or
Yeah,
was it just
you get to
random?
pick your partner.
Okay, that's good. So did you get to like walk down with your friend or?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And then this is for Jawnaa. Are you excited for senior year? Are you excited to be done with high school?
I'm very excited to be done with high school for sure. And I'm just excited for senior year because it's supposed to be your easiest year, which again, MaKayla said you can make it your easier year, or it can be like just like any other year. But I'm just really excited because I'm planning to be like really outgoing this year and just like do whatever I want my senior year, because I'm gonna be leaving anyway, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just really excited for graduation too, and like throwing the cap and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. So since you finished senior year, what was senior year like, having gone through it?
It was probably my easiest because all I had to do was get my English and math credit, and the rest were like elective classes, and they were pretty easy. I had like walking class. I don't really remember the rest, to be honest.
What is a walking class?
So we just like walked the whole hour, and like I had it 5th hour, which is during lunch, and like we got to walk for like 20 minutes, and then we sat down and did whatever we wanted and talked to our friends.
I took walking class my sophomore year.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
So you literally just get to walk around.
Yeah, honestly.
And even if you don't have friends in it, you can just listen to music.
Yeah.
It's literally
Some people would read a book or be on their phone, like, but you couldn't sit down. You
couldn't sit down. You just had to walk. The entire class.
You would
If you
get
sit
your
down,
grade
you get
deducted.
0.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I want to find out if my
And
school
if
does
you
that, 'cause
miss
that's cool.
a day, you like get deducted too.
That's not
Yeah,
fair.
I know
Okay.
it's not.
It's like if you're sick, you just
Yeah,
Walk around the house.
pretty much. Like,
Okay, so for both of you, how do you guys think, having gone, you're almost finished through high school and you finished, how do you think freshmen, or what do you think the best way for freshmen to start their high school career is?
I think the best way is to like get really serious about it, and just like freshman year is a really important year. It's the year that will make you like basically who you are in high school. It's the year that you can make friends, join clubs, get really good grades, because if you have bad grades your freshman year and you just didn't take it serious, it's going to be really hard to bring them up, or your GPA up. So
for me, I feel like you should start off strong, try to make new friends, because like most of the time it's like other middle schools combining together and they already have their little friend groups, but like soon those like emerge and like you all become friends, and like it's just a great year for some people.
yeah, like already like just know your group and who you belong to basically in high school.
And you should like start off like with the extracurriculars instead of like
Waiting.
starting like junior and senior year like I did.
It's really hard.
Yeah, because
So,
I
like,
started track senior year.
So for me, like when I first started high school, the thought of like joining like a club or something was really nerve wracking. Like that just seemed like so big. Do you have any tips for like freshmen who are thinking about starting extracurricular activities outside of school? Or
Yeah, just do it. Don't really think about
Honestly.
it that much. Just
Okay.
don't care about if you're gonna make friends, because you probably are. I mean, unless you're like, which you're not. Whatever you're gonna do, just get in there and join the club or extracurricular that you like.
Yeah. And
It's
like,
not gonna matter.
you could probably join something you've never done before and like probably like it.
And just think about like your college and the options that you can have if you join that club or that sport. Like, just don't care about others, because you're gonna want to join that club.
okay,
Yeah.
College, gosh.
okay. So like, what was your guys' favorite year of high school?
My favorite year was sophomore and junior year. I was online all sophomore year, so it was pretty easy. And I went back second semester, and then junior year, I feel like I was more confident and had more friends and like made a lot of more memories, even though I wasn't doing so well, because it's like it was probably like the hardest year, honestly.
Yes, junior year is the worst.
Yeah, like
So like, what makes junior year so difficult or the worst? Is it like, because like when I first started freshman year, because some of my teachers would be like, junior year is when it gets kind of real because you're like starting to look for colleges and scholarships. Is that part of why?
Yeah, that is.
and like the ACT.
Okay.
No, the SAT practice.
Both of them, the ACT.
I don't know. It's one
Okay.
of them.
Yeah,
And like
these are really hard too, like the timing and all of that. You have to study for it. Mostly, people will take like the hard classes in junior year, like AP classes, dual credits, and all of that. They will take it their junior year because that's when you start applying. Well, not applying, but like thinking about colleges
Yeah.
to apply for.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's all the questions I have. So.
All right.
Oh, my bad, guys. Thank you guys for listening. I hope this episode was helpful for future and current high school students and better your experience. Stay tuned for the next episode of Show Me KC School podcast. Bye.
Show Me KC Schools is committed to providing you with vital information that supports you while you support your child on their educational journey. Connect with us on social media at SMKCS and on YouTube at Show Me KC Schools and on all your favorite podcast platforms.